Yola.
We are live. Hello, sir.
Hello, sir. We were just talking about some AI
We were,
technologies,
yeah, fascinating. Not music related yet, but that's coming.
but music relation. So last week had some technical difficulties with Logic and
Mm,
autosaves and everything. I did find a pretty interesting method that I will quickly show on stream here because
okay.
this is very useful.
Now let's take a look.
I was actually not able to recover my project, unfortunately. However, I did figure out
Oh,
how.
your telegram's up. Just so
Oop,
you know.
and let's go here. I'm gonna open up.
Good old ascend.
Oh yes, first track always. Okay, so got all these tracks, all these, you know, logic files, and what I did was obviously I sorted by date, and then I went in
Mm,
and so any one of these you can click, and when you right click and you go to show package contents,
mm-hmm.
it brings up an alternatives folder where
Mm,
all your auto saves will be in here, your project backups, and then
gotcha.
they'll have like all this stuff here. So I tried looking up and down, and what I think I did by accident is I saved over the autosave with a fresh project.
How?
So last time when I was opening the project, I was clicking auto saved, like auto saved, auto saved. And the third time I tried, I just clicked the saved version and it opened, but it was an empty project. So I think I saved over the auto save somehow
Interesting.
because I went to that folder and all that was there was that empty project. And I was like, man. So
Mm-hmm.
hopefully we don't have technical issues here today, but that's a good thing to know anyway. Like if you did crash out and you wanted to recover your project, you just right click show content folder stuff.
Yeah, you also mentioned right before we got on the call that you restarted your system before, to try to nip it in the bud,
Oh yeah.
any potential issues. And I tend to just I shut down like my entire setup when I'm done with it. And I know that there's two schools of thought on that. So some people like just keep their rigs running 24/7 and just never shut them off.
Mhm.
And then some people do what I do. And so I think there's two schools of thought. One is, well, the act of powering up and then powering down actually stresses the system. And then the other side says, well, you're using electricity and also your gear's running for 24/7, and that's on balance worse. So where do you fall on that? I think I fall on the it's better to shut it down, but that's just me.
So I'm pretty positive that the issue stems from background processes from Zoom. And I can show you, I forget what's the control alt delete for Zoom or Mac. I forget what that is.
Oh man, I don't know. I just started using Mac like full time relatively recently, so I'm not sure. Command Option Escape?
Command Option Escape. Yep,
Okay.
that is it. Okay, so
All right.
Command Option Escape. Oh, no, I guess that's just force quit. Um, Command
You're looking
Option
for
Escape.
something like Task Manager?
Yes, that's what I'm looking
There's
for.
an application. There's a Mac application called Activity Monitor. You can find
Activity
that.
monitor. That, yep, perfect. That's what I always forget the name of this damn thing. Oh, let me share again
Well,
because.
you go back and forth between Windows and Mac all the time, so that's got to be
Hmm.
frustrating.
And usually I'm never in this version of the taskbar manager or task manager.
Who?
So check this out. If you look at Zoom,
Man, Zoom is resource hungry, man.
it is unbelievably resource hungry. And what happens is there is
It is
a
doing a lot, to be fair.
it's doing a lot, sure, but look at the CPU time
Yeah.
and everything that is associated with, and then this thing right here. So this is the culprit of like every time uh the camera lags or whatever, and I
Mhm.
look at this process, the replayed process is like it slowly climbs up the longer that you
It's
are streaming or sharing your screen for.
It's so weird though because you have a really powerful system and
Yeah,
I don't have any of these issues and your system is much more powerful. The only difference is that I'm on
you
the
got the
M1
M2 or the
or M1
M series.
M series. Yeah, yeah. And so I think
Uh,
so maybe Zoom is optimized for that with updates.
I
Like that would be
think
my
that
guess.
that's probably what's going on because I never had this issue prior to updating Zoom.
Yeah.
Uh, Before, like when I shared, it was just it always worked back in the day. Like I never had when I switched over the Zoom, I never had to pray to the gods that that the wheel would come back, you know. Uh,
That is definitely one of the annoying things about, software in general is the obsolescence, Like you have this
yeah.
really powerful system, you put a bunch of money into it, and then one day it's just not going to work as well because they've developed this new chip. So it is annoying.
So I mean, yeah, it's very interesting there, and so personally, to answer your question, I think that that's the issue. There is
Mm,
that uh, the background process start building up and get crazy, and my computer just is like,
mm.
what? Are they? You
Even
know,
though you have like what, 120 gigs of RAM or something? I mean, it
128
shouldn't.
gigs of RAM and
So it's the
i9 processor,
CPU specifically that's the problem, I
but it's
suppose.
it's an i9. It's the highest CPU I could have got in this Mac
I
at the
know.
time. You know.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I really do think it's just software issue. It's just one of those things. But it is what it is, and hopefully,
Cannot be helped. Yeah.
hope you know, yeah,
Unless you want
exactly.
to drop a bunch of coin on a new system.
I mean, yeah, I think what I will probably do is reformat, and I haven't reformatted for about a year now, so I'll probably reformat, just completely strip everything, re-download all the complete instruments from scratch, and then
Yeah.
just really clean everything up so that
You
I
mean
don't
put it
have
back
copies of eight contacts. I just want one
100%.
of everything clean and concise. Because
So you're talking about going back to factory settings.
oh yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Every
yeah.
time I reset, I kill absolutely everything. I
Yeah.
don't like saving anything because
Yeah,
who
that would be
knows what.
good to do at this point, considering how much freaking trouble I've had with complete. That would probably be good to do. So I agree.
Yep, yep. And
And
it's
now that
prob yeah,
like
time since you bought the machine with updates and stuff, and yeah,
Well, now that we're using Logic, I feel way better about doing it, to be honest, because one thing, like, I love the way Logic handles the project files. It's just a single file that's packaged. It's
yeah,
so clean. Cubase is a freaking nightmare, man, because for like your Cubase project folder will turn into a disaster because it creates a directory every time you start a project, even if you don't ask it to. So like if I just fire it up, it'll create like project 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and
dude.
then it's like a
That's what
complete mess.
that's one thing hated about it too, man. I would have folder inside folder
Yeah.
inside folder inside, and it would just keep going because I
Yeah.
didn't want to have a billion folders. I just want like my projects folder.
Yeah, it would be
Like,
like a Russian nesting doll of projects. And like
oh man.
how many times over the past how long have we been doing this? How many times over the past like 5 years have I not been able to find my Cubase project because I have no idea where it is. Like,
Crazy. It's
yeah.
crazy.
There's so
But
many versions of it floating around and like yeah, so Logic is way better. So
yeah, like yeah. I haven't, used Cubase since going back to Logic, not even once. Actually, since I reformatted, I killed it completely. Still have remnants of it though. I still have remnants of that issue of Cubase. Every once in a while it'll pop up and say missing something. Every time it scans, it's still looking for something from
oh, is
Cubase.
it the hardware dongle it's looking for? Because you need that stupid hardware key too, which also sucks. Then that's another reason that Cubase is not as good.
Native Instruments, the way they do it, just do authenticate online, have
Oh
a
yeah,
good day. Just what are we doing with these eye locks and these
yeah.
keys? I mean, that's 1985 shit. It's
I can't tell you how many times like I've been ready to pull the trigger on some new software and it says iLock required, and I'm like, nope. Like I mean they're losing a ton of business doing that crap, I
it,
think.
yeah, exactly that. So Black Hole, the reverb,
Yeah,
I that
some of
I
the best reverb ever, right? Like,
yeah, I love Black Hole, but it requires an eye lock, and I
mm,
own it. I own Black Hole, but I mean, yeah, I mean, I could put in my eye lock, but I don't have any room in there. Like I'd have to
Oh
get
yeah.
like, like everything's packed already. Every single port
Well,
back there
that's a
is
problem with Mac, man, is that
sure.
they take the minimalism way too far, and I'm constantly in need of openings. Whereas,
Yeah.
if you buy like a tower PC or something, it's got connections galore, which I've never
And
run
you
out
can
of them.
add whatever you want too.
Yeah. So that is a consideration. But yeah, man, come on, get with the times, guys. Like just do
Hey, I
online
heard
on.
isn't Tim Cook retiring or
Oh, really?
stepping down? I heard
Oh, I didn't know that.
that someone was going to step in. Maybe they, change up their ways.
Well, they need to do
Probably not.
something different with the iPhone instead of just re-releasing the same product over and over and over.
Hey, if it works, man, it works. At that point,
Well,
like,
the problem it does, like I haven't bought a new iPhone since 2016 because it's like exactly the same. I was like, why would I buy a new one? It works fine. Like, and Jane bought a new one just because she wanted one, and I'm like,
yeah.
yeah, this is exactly what I have. Like, it's not. There's no difference between them.
Well, it does have better. You technically can do more advanced things with it, you know.
Such as,
Like if I wanted to do facial animation rigging in Unreal Engine, I could
oh
just
right,
pop it
yeah,
up
yeah,
there and
yeah.
bam.
You were talking about that.
Or there's apps that allow you to do really crazy shit that you can't do with the old processors. Like there are things, but for the average user, no, man, no way. You don't need a new iPhone.
I'm definitely the average user when it comes to smartphones. I usually like I often don't even have mine on me, Like
It's good. Keep it
I
away,
dock it.
man.
I dock it in my house and treat it like a house phone. Like I don't.
That's the way to treat a cell phone, man.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you end up just
Yep.
staring at the box
Walking down
too.
the street. Yeah. No.
Oh man. Yeah, I saw the image. It was floating around of like New Year's Eve in
Oh
Times
yeah,
Square.
that
You
was a
saw that
good one,
too?
man. Like everyone had. Yeah, that
They're
was
just
incredible.
and then everyone else is like 19 or what was it like 2001 or something. Everyone was partying, having a good
Yeah.
time and everyone else just like zombies.
Like I've
Just
got to capture this for my social media feed. That's yeah.
honestly, man, I think the moment I realized that filming things was strange in a way, like really just like, oh wow, this is kind of dumb, is when I was at fireworks one time and I just saw everyone recording the fireworks
Instead of
and
looking at it,
instead
yeah.
of like just, hey, there's fireworks, boom, this is the thing, like this is like the experience. What are you gonna go home and like rewatch the
No,
firework
it just
thing?
goes to social media. Like that's the only point is just to post it,
Whoa.
right? I mean,
I
it's
guess so.
true,
I
isn't it?
guess yeah, yeah. You're right. You're right. It is
Yeah,
just to upload to social media.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It is pretty weird. I've had that thought kind of like tickle the back of my mind too. The same thing where when you're seeing this cool thing, no one's actually just watching it and thinking and taking it in. They're trying to capture it.
Okay. For instance, right when we were on the ship, and I used to go up to the top, like hanging out and watch the
Well,
the during
bioluminescence and
no during flight ops, I'd watch the planes hit the deck. You could
oh
stand
yeah,
out there, and I'd just be
yeah.
standing out there, killing time, and it would be amazing. Like the whole thing is like, holy shit, this is
Oh
an
yeah,
action movie.
it's
Like
incredible. Yeah.
just watching it, just like you're like, holy fuck, oh my God. But not once did I ever think to, because I owned an iPhone while we were
Mm,
there. I had an iPhone. It was the first one. I could have just filmed and videoed that the whole time, like videoed all of it. I
yeah,
never did though. I never thought to do it. I was more like,
that's
this is
interesting.
amazing. Like I was so enthralled by the moment. I didn't even think
That was
to
like 20.
to
That was 20 years ago, though, man. Times have changed. Like your first instinct would probably be, I got to capture this
but I
now.
have other videos from the ship, like just walking around when we were all leaving, like and when
Huh.
we pulled into Guam, I have some pictures of like us and in Hawaii walking off and like random pictures, but I never like captured the coolest things that I remember in my brain. It's the
Well, I don't know. Why do you think? Why do you think you didn't?
because like if I'm at fireworks or I'm at an event or like if something is amazing
Hmm.
that I'm truly enthralled by, the last thing on my mind is to capture it. Even though I like to photograph things and film things, the last thing on
Mm.
my mind in that moment is to actually film it. Unless it has to do with like aerial phenomena. I love filming that and I will do it right away and as fast as possible, no matter what.
Well,
Uh,
that's capturing evidence for. the truth
Precisely,
that's
precisely,
out
or
there.
just capturing something weird, you know.
Yeah.
But something that just like I don't know. I guess we went off. I went off in a tangent there,
No,
but
no, I think it's fine. It is an interesting point.
yeah,
How I don't know how we can tie it into music, so maybe we should just do the Oracle.
yeah. Maybe we fire up the Oracle here and get this show on the road. I did make well, I did make or worked on a little bit of trackage,
Oh, do
just
you want to share it
some
or?
random ideas. I mean, it's not anything. Maybe at the end or something.
Okay. Yeah,
If
man, my work has been absolute madness recently, so
I'm sure.
I have not had the willpower to like do anything. I have played guitar like a little bit here and there, but mostly just get off and like, just veg out. So,
Hell yeah,
um, hopefully this will pass soon, but
veggie gang.
Bottles is not here. I really need to update
Nine
this script. Here we go. Oh, dang it.
comedy. Oh,
Dang it, dang it,
our
dang it.
favorite, our favorite.
We have to do what the Oracle says, man.
Yep, that's true.
And it's on me. So we do not have a choice. Oh, there's this guy.
Oh man.
That one was interesting. That's a weird video, man. I actually kind of like it. It's 16 seconds too long.
I mean, is it a video or is it a GIF that's just looping?
I
I
don't
think it's
know.
just a. I don't. That's an interesting one. Damn, this is gonna be a
That's a
intense start to this
that's a
episode.
15 second. Is 15 seconds too long? I don't know. I feel like 30 is too long.
I mean, for comedy, I don't even know. I'm not even gonna do any. I mean, I'm not serious when I do a comedy thing like this, so I got to get into that quirky
Right.
mode of. It's not even really composing at this point. It's just putting sounds together.
Well, she's talking on a banana for 8 seconds. So there's that one. Yeah, these people, that's really long.
What that? Yeah. What's this?
This is hilarious.
Yeah, this is 3 seconds too long.
Okay, she's doing the walrus thing.
All right.
I mean, I feel like you could go a lot of ways with this, but it's way too long.
Minute and 36. Wow.
Maybe there's shorter ones. 2 minutes and 58. Man, they really milked that one.
They like to just take normal videos and make it slow-mo and extend out the time. I've noticed this.
Yeah. But all right, the hipster with the newspaper is not going to work. Man, this is a tough one. All right, let's do this one.
All right, here we go.
Good to me. Everyone likes
Looks like,
dogs. Go on.
yep.
All right. Free download. All right, let's send it to you. So, actually, let's stay. You mind if we stay in Zoom rather than Telegram?
Yep.
Cool. I think it's better that way.
Yeah, usually just kill out Telegram. Bam.
Yeah. There you go.
Bam.
All right, we got a dog.
The dag is here.
Did you say Dag?
Dag.
Is that a
Why do you gotta go
Massachusetts?
to the dag? You gotta
uh,
get the fucking dag out of the back of the yard.
Is that a
No, it's
Massachusetts thing?
it's a it's
No, it's
a
a
gy-
snatch. Yeah.
yeah, okay, gypsy thing.
I don't know. Thought it was maybe a Mass thing.
Yeah, we're all
Y'all
gypsies.
talk funny up there.
I don't know what you're talking about, son. Okay, pulling in this video. Switch this. Okay, I'm gonna win this one, dude.
Yeah, probably.
Just, uh,
I know maybe I'm like jinxing myself, but my comedy ones always turn out really weird, like bordering on insane. So
no, yeah, this I'm going next level for this one, dude. Okay, let me just make sure I can pull up this timer.
okay.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, we got a timer going, 10 minutos. All right,
All right, I'm ready when you are.
I think I'm ready.
Oh, by the way, before, or I'm just going to do this myself, but I think it's good practice to do this moving
Okay.
forward. Every time you finish after the time's to zero,
Hmm.
save it as today's date and the episode of whatever the thing is. I'm going to do it. And just
Okay.
so that if something does happen when we're switching over the audio or whatever, it's just already saved, guaranteed, and no auto save crap. It's just like, I'm going to do it. I mean, I know you haven't had issues, so you probably don't need to do it
You mean as
anyway.
soon as you do that as soon as you start the timer?
No, right when the timer gets the end and I'm done with the project, I'm just gonna, while I'm still in my audio interface, I'm gonna hit
Right.
save and
Okay.
make sure that it's solidified.
Yep. Good
So
advice.
just throwing that in there. And Composer Dome in five,
5,
four,
4, 3,
three,
2,
two,
1.
uno.
Compressor dome.
All right. How was creating your masterpiece?
I mean, I was laughing while I was making it, so I guess it's pretty
Same.
pretty good sign.
Same. Yeah, exactly. I think I hit the mark too, and I was cracking up. Uh, yeah, instead of putting any real like I don't usually when you're making music, you put like some kind of like extra thought into it that comes from a different place, I think sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
and it's almost like you kind of get into a serious kind of feeling mode, whatever that is, like a real serious, at least for me, like I'm like, I need to create some amazing sounding thing.
You're in the zone. Yeah.
Right, right. Yeah, exactly. Um, and so making something like this completely strips you away from that at all, but it forces you to be like a little creative and
Yeah.
so it's cool.
Yeah. It's yeah, it's one of the reasons I like Composer Dome. It forces me to make music that I would never otherwise make. So,
Yep, yep. And
all
I
right.
did
Well,
save this, and I'll switch
yeah,
over my thing while I'll play
I
this
saved
real
mine
slow.
as well, and I'm switched over, and I think it's my turn to go first anyway.
Yes,
So,
sir.
all right. Okay.
All right, here we are.
You hear that?
Yes, sir.
Cool.
Ah, very went the orchestral approach.
Yeah, I didn't think about it before, but the bassoon staccato almost sounds like a barking dog, but
Ah, yeah, it's definitely very major and happy sounding.
yeah,
But
well, I didn't go full like insane this time, which is good. Yeah,
s-
it's in C major. It just has um it actually has two mallet fluxes, but the first one is just the glockenspiel or whatever. Like it's the melodic one, so that's a played
so
melody
you just
line.
muted all the rest of the thing?
No, no, no. Mallet flux has um it actually has single note instruments as well at the bottom.
Huh. Weird. I don't even think I've ever messed with the single note ones.
Yeah,
Damn,
so
that's
it's a good quality. Yeah, it's really good quality. The glockenspiel is not quite as good as orchestral tools, but this is vibraphone.
oh wow, they have articulations for the single ones too. That's badass. I wonder
Yeah,
what the soft short one probably has more of an orchestral tools
let's
vibe, right? I'd assume.
let's try it. Actually, I think for this probably the hard works better. It's got
For this,
like
for
a kind
sure.
of a funnier sound. But yeah, the soft would sound better, I think. Yeah, and then just a also mallet flux, but I yeah, like you said before, I just turned off the higher register one, so it's just the marimba basically kind of carrying, and then a staccato bassoon doing this goofy boom bop bop boom bop bop thing, and then this stupid purr 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 at the end.
Hell yeah. Yeah, definitely not psychopath behavior at all. This is just nice I did pick C as well. But mine's completely psychotic. So,
Okay, yeah.
yeah, we
Well,
have
now I'm intrigued.
drastically different approaches here. Let's get into it. All right, so 4 tracks. Just play this crazy thing. Oh,
All right,
oh.
hold on. You gotta play that again.
All right, all right. Maybe we can do the masterpiece one more time.
Actually, can you mute the big angry buzz sound?
This guy down here, I think. Let's see.
Oh wow, that still sounds crazy.
Oh yeah, it's crazy no matter
Well,
what. I
I
mean,
think
even
the
this is crazy. I'm using the bark as a kick, man.
Well, what where did you get
How
the
is that
bark
not
sound?
funny? Oh, it's just in Logic. It's just
Oh,
so if you go up to the top right and click this little loop browser thing,
I didn't even know they had sounds.
yeah, you can actually uh there's like down here the iLife sound effects under here, and then it will just show all of them if you just keep this
Oh,
empty.
mine
So they
says okay, there we go. It pulled up and then I can search for dog.
yeah, they got a bunch of
Oh, dog
built-in sound
bark.
effects.
Okay.
So originally, I was going to use the bark as a synth, and then I was going to pitch it and tune it so that I
That
was going
would
to make a
take too
melody.
long though. Yeah.
Yeah, I started going down that road, and then I'm like, and I looked at the timer. It was like 5 minutes. Oh shit! I just going to throw this thing together.
Well, yours definitely gets points for creativity. That's wild. I don't. It's unlike anything we've had on Composer Tome so far.
It's ridiculous, right? It's exactly what I see in this video, and having to score it. I just gotta, you know,
Right.
puts. I like your approach um to comedy being psychotic, because to me that is hilarious. That is hilarious, it's in a way. And I think moving forward, I'll probably just anytime we have comedy, I'm just gonna do something ridiculously, you know, just ridiculous.
Yeah, I think like I think the reason mine was making me laugh is because something can sound so goofy, like just unapologetically goofy, you know, like so it's just like the rundown at the end, the burr, 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 you know, like just little stuff like that. I don't know. I think it's funny, but I think yours is I laughed harder at yours because of the dog barking, I think.
Yeah, without the dog bark, it wouldn't be anything, right? Like
Yeah.
it would actually just sound. Let's see. Let's
Yeah.
let's mute the dog and I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
it's
you needed the dog bark
made it.
provides all the context for this video.
That's what started the track, and that's what I
Yeah.
was ending on right there.
Well done,
But
sir.
all right, here we go. Episode or first video down.
First video down.
Let's
All
fire
right.
up this Oracle. Hopefully, we can get some action.
Man, yeah, that's always a tough one for me. You definitely have really good libraries, I think, for action, right?
I just like
Like
I like playing fast. If I have to
mm.
do something in 10 minutes, just like play really fast and no. Oh boy. Okay.
No
Mm,
action for you. Sorry. Me
no
again
action.
though. All right.
Let's see.
All
Okay, I'm gonna
right. If
start
we
a new
have to.
project.
New from template. Composer Dome. All right. Switch her over. Got it. Your dog track is kind of stuck in my head actually.
Bum, 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 bum.
Woof, woof.
It's going platinum.
Good stuff.
It reminded me of Rescue Pal type of
Yeah,
vibe when I was like, oh man, this is
yeah.
Rescue Pals all over again.
Rescue Pals is to this day, you know, the main theme, the where now where like the main theme that I
Yeah,
wrote.
yeah, yeah.
To this day, that is Jane's favorite thing that I've ever written. Like she
That is
absolutely loved it.
hilarious. That is so bittersweet.
She was like dancing and stuff. I mean, she
That's
absolutely loved it.
crazy. That's awesome though. I mean, that's funny.
Well, it's
Yeah, I
kind of a
mean,
jam, I admit. I mean,
oh dude,
it's a
every
fun like
every
main
one of
theme.
those, it had like its own little earworm, like that was basically like I remember talking to you about it too. Like we want to make something that's very memorable that gets caught in your mind, like, and those little quirky beep boops are super like earwormy. Let me start this new project here.
It's 4 seconds. Too short, unfortunately. I don't want to have just someone dancing. I feel like we've had that many times, so
Yep.
we gotta find something else.
Yeah. Preferably not dancing, but something like I guess all hips. Yeah, I kind of like that old lady.
Yeah. What's she doing?
We could have used that as the comedy one.
Oh man, I don't know. I think we might have to do that one. That's pretty good.
I
And
mean,
she's
you're
not
the you're
dancing.
you're the decider.
I don't know why this is under hip hop. That doesn't make sense. Um, there's Granny again.
Wicka wicka wicka.
Yeah, I feel like we if we didn't have scratching sounds in it, it wouldn't make any sense. So this guy's hip hop as well, I guess. I don't, I guess this is hip hop. I don't know.
Some weird hip hop right there.
Yeah, 23 seconds. I think we used
Didn't
that
we?
one.
Yeah, we used
Yeah,
that one.
pretty sure we did that one already. Too bad. Yeah, this is kind of tough. I feel like without what's going on here? Okay,
I mean, I'm down.
that's kind of good actually because it's super open, right? Like, hmm. All right, yeah, yeah, that's good. Let's do that one. I feel like you could go a couple ways with that, almost like synth wavy as well. There he goes.
Going
Ah,
to the Zoom link. Bam.
and I feel like these the ones that are vertical are always so much larger in size. I don't know why that is.
That's weird. I didn't
Yeah,
even see the size in
seems
this.
counterintuitive, but it seems to be true.
Right.
Eight 280. Cool.
All right. I
Yes.
am set up and ready to rock.
Yes, sir. Ready.
Timer. Bam.
Okay.
5, 4,
Three,
3,
two,
2,
one.
uno.
Composer.
Posadone. back in the saddle.
Man, I totally misread the timer right there and just reset an instrument. I thought it said a minute and 10, but it was 10 instead of the
Oh,
timer went off.
damn.
So
Well,
I lost an instrument, so I've got two tracks. So
I screwed up on my last instrument, so we both have last instrument issues. Or I deleted a note and I was gonna add another one, but I go, whatever, the middle just won't have a note. So,
oh man, yeah,
um,
that's a track. Oh well. So how'd it go?
spent most of the time just messing around with you know, the drums, trying to get a cohesive drum with what I was doing with. So it's just Playbox. Everything that I did is Playbox.
Oh,
I have
okay. Yeah,
no other instrument.
I didn't use Playbox at all, but I probably should have because I spent way too much time on the drums. Like, because I was playing them by hand and I spent
Yep,
way too much
same.
time getting the pattern down. And then I was like, oh my, I've got 3 minutes left and no instruments. Then I started like searching for instruments. Um, and hip hop is surprisingly hard to find instruments for hip hop. You know, like it has to be, it can't be too overwhelming. You know, the track has to kind of sit back in the mix a little bit to sound kind of, you know, good in that
Yeah,
genre.
yes,
You know,
exactly. Well, that's the thing, man. There's the genres of hip hop are so extensive that it's like you could
that
have
that too.
funk hop or whatever it's called, where it's just like a kick drum that's blown out and with lyrics on top of it.
I definitely did like kind of a 90s just because that's the kind of hip hop I'm most familiar with, you know, like early Outcast and that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
like
So
boom bap,
yeah, I guess so.
boom
Yeah.
boom, tch, boom
Yeah.
boom. Tch.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Old school, I guess now, but that's what I listened to when I was a kid. So, um,
Yeah, same.
cool. Oh, whoops. Actually,
Oh,
oh wait, hold
good
up.
idea. I gotta save mine
I'm not
right now.
following the Costain method. Uh, let's see. 11, 2. Cool. There we go. All right.
Switching over my audio. Right. All right.
Good. All right. Here we go.
Got my VR headset on. I'm ready to go. I got my flow with my
Actually,
chains and my.
the metronome was still clicked on, so let's try that one more
I
time.
heard that. I was like, wait, is that what is that? That's a metronome. Oh yeah, that makes more sense.
And
Okay.
there's another counter melody here that never made it through because of what we just discussed. So it's pretty bare bones.
Ah, yes. What did we use for the drums here?
This is 40s drums, which are kind of my
Ah,
go-to,
yes, yes,
my
yes.
go-to most of the time. I'm not sure about the pattern. It's okay. I think I could have I think I could have. I'm on the fence about the hi-hat work because in one way it's kind of unique. Like I don't really hear that kind of syncopated
Yep.
off too often. You know, usually it's just like which, you know, is kind
Right.
of boring. So in that sense I like it. Maybe the samples could be chosen better. I don't know. That's okay.
So I think
Good
the
bass. I like that sub kick. That's pretty sweet.
yeah, man, the track that you had for the skater video
Yeah, it was
and
better.
you did the hip hop on that, I was blown away by the drums that you used 40 zone drums because whatever patch or samples you were using, they were so hard hitting. Like I was like, whoa, this is
I remember the one that I chose. It's and I specifically wanted to choose something that sounded a little weird because of the video. Like it so I wanted something that was a little bit more like you know, I don't know, psychedelic's the wrong word, but a little bit weirder, you know. And so I
yeah, yeah, yeah.
specifically chose one that sounded a little different. So, but yeah, there's a ton of options in here, and they're all pretty good.
Yeah, some of them are just like, but the deep basses verse, like some of the sub basses are so much louder than other sub basses, so you have to, or at
Mix.
least I
Yeah.
had to like go in there and change the kick out for whatever patch, like open up a patch and just like either change out the kick or the snare or the polyplex is really good too. If
Yeah.
if if you're searching for drums, it's
Yeah. I like Polyplex. Um, yeah, I don't know. Let me, if you don't mind,
yeah.
like I just I want to hear what that sounds like with a, I don't know. I guess I was thinking like a pad. So maybe something from Farlight. Actually, that might sound cool or not. I don't know, but no. It's kind of close though. Like it's sort of
Oh, I think
that's
it,
that's like like that's in the ballpark of what I was actually looking for, to be honest. So
I think when it hits the or the G sharp, um, I think that. Oh, wait, no, that's F sharp. If that F sharp, I think if that's one octave higher in that moment, I wonder what that's. Yeah, I wonder what this sounds like right here. So obviously velocity's high and stuff like that, but
I think
it's a
if you
little hook type of situation where instead of it
yeah
drowning away, it kind of is
yeah
more
like
present.
and if you put like a real hard vinyl type
Oh,
effect on
lo-fi
that,
stuff. Yep.
that might sound really cool. And also I think these need to be shorter,
Right.
so it's
Right.
like that, like stabs.
It's like the
Yeah, I don't
timbre
know.
changed on them or something.
Yeah, that was weird. I don't know how that happened. I guess it's just the velocity
Oh,
for
all of
all.
them. Gotcha.
Yeah, yeah.
Gotcha.
But anyway, yeah, it's not really worth working on further. So yeah, not a huge success in my book.
Drums are good. I like the drums. The drum
Nice.
pad. It's actually not the what I expected. I expected the classic do do do. I
Yeah,
had the
yeah, yeah.
boom bop kind of thing.
I wanted to do something
Uh,
different, but I spent way too long on it. I was on that for like 7 minutes, so this is yeah.
yeah, drums are hard, man. Drums are especially when you're trying to do something you've never done before, kind of dealy. All right, here we go. We got dude with the VR goggles and a bunch of play tracks.
He's gonna flow.
He's about to get into the VR land. Whoa, what the hell is this? As you could tell, I had a new note there and now it's empty, but I had no time,
No,
so
no,
it
no.
is what it
You
is.
it sounds amazing. The only thing is that it's clipping, so that's the only demerit you get. Other than that, though, that's brilliant.
I mean, clip away. That's the that. I can't wait to. I have to show you the track later now that I was messing with because talk about clipping. I made a track that just like is the opposite of a Skyrim soundtrack kind of dealy. But to focus on the drums real quick, this
Yeah,
is
no,
just
it sounds amazing.
the playbox drums, straight out of the drums drip. I didn't do it. I didn't change
Oh, is this a
anything.
full set that you can hit individual notes?
Yeah,
Wow.
so
Okay.
you could do all kinds of, and so I
Good.
had a really cool 3/4 timing thing going on, and then I couldn't figure out how to match Playbox's samples that sounded good, so I just went back to 4/4, and then I was just like, all right, I gotta get the drums down. So got the drums
Yeah.
down, then just added the other crap.
No,
But
you killed it, man. Good
C
job.
minor on everything, just C minor across the board.
Yeah, you killed it. What's the other everything's playbox, you said.
Everything. Oh, sorry. You know what? This isn't.
What's that?
This is pick nylon.
Interesting.
All that's doing is
Can you
solo
solo
this.
that?
Oh, I had my metronome on too. Isn't that funny?
Oh wow. I didn't even pick that out in the mix at all.
Let's see if you can hear it this time with.
Wow, when it's in the mix, it sounds like a synth. So I definitely didn't pick out like a nylon string sound at all. It
Yeah,
sounds great, man. That's cool.
yeah, I was on the fence with this one though. This one is kind of the problem when you're using Playbox, I've noticed, is like you really have to be extremely careful on your keys and
Tone. Yeah.
yeah, what you're doing there, because one slight misstep, one not click of a key being, perfectly matched with the others, you're toast. It just
Yeah.
completely ruins the, or if your kick's not tuned properly. That's why I love in how on Playbox, you know, instead of the other way to do a tuning meter, like you have like a knob that goes left and right to tune. This is just semitones, so you could just uh the semitones here, you could just do whatever you want basically, and then if you're at zero semitones, you can go down an octave, up an octave, just with the kick, and this will make the
Hmm.
kick, the snare, everything in the sample set match the same key of, so it's really easy to like use Playbox drums with Playbox stuff.
That's cool.
But I'll probably be using that crap more if hip hop needs, or ever since you made that skate track and used Playbox and 40 zone drums, I'm like, all right, there's
W-
something a little
Well,
to this I gotta look more into.
those drip drums sound great though, so I might steal that idea.
Yeah, they're right out of the box. Like that is so just dirty, and
Yeah.
honestly, like that's not bad. That's kind of too much for me. I wouldn't use that. That's not a bad thing. I don't like that crinkle noise. So there
Yeah,
would be
yeah,
things in there I would switch out for other samples, but you can use like a polyplex sample in there as well, like
yeah.
any sample you have. All
Wow.
right, let's get this out. Shabam.
One more? Room for one more?
Let's get it going. Grand finale commences now. Hopefully, we get some comedy and romance.
We got some comedy, we got some hip hop. Bottles.
If we
No.
do get the same genre, do we skip it and do roll again? Is that what we did
Probably.
before?
We haven't run into that problem yet, I
Okay.
don't think, but
I remember re-rolling for some reason one time. Oh,
oh,
damn. This is the first time we've ever had this. Ever.
me
Wow.
again? How did I get selector every
Yeah,
time?
you are the selector of today. Um, wow. Okay, cool. I'm down. We're gonna find like a country western video or something, like a
Dang it, man! I don't
maybe
have a guitar prepped.
a I know, right? That would
I knew
be
this. I knew this day would come, and I've got a bunch of guitars and no way to mic them, really.
oh man. I mean, if you
Um,
wanted to try to set up for a couple minutes, however long you need to set up or whatever to do it,
nah.
or we just
Next time I'm gonna have at least the electric guitar ready to go, because yeah,
cool,
that
cool.
would probably be fun, and then I wouldn't have to mic it. I could just go straight in, so I don't have to mess with that. So I think that's probably the way to go.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Well, this is interesting.
Wow, I can't believe we have never got Western. I didn't even think it was a category at this point. That actually shocked me. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, I didn't think it was either. I mean, that's a cool bonfire, but the video's way too long.
Hmm.
I mean, that's
Mr.
pretty cool. That's
Cowboy.
It's a pretty cool video. That's a pretty boring video. Way too long. 42 seconds. That's a cool bridle. Yeah, They got this fella right here. Slow mo video, suit extra long.
Say 20 seconds max, I'd say.
That's over 20. I don't
What is that? That's not Western.
I don't know. I guess it's because he's wearing that vest. I don't know how that got into the search.
It's thinking like, is there any, like
Pretty long.
probably Wagon Grand Canyon, like definitely need that like rustic looking
How about
Western,
we could
like
do
Dirty Harry or something, like a saloon maybe or something, or then
covered?
again, what Western is kind of like folkish too.
Sure, it could be like
Yeah.
Yosemite, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly. Like Little House on the Prairie music.
No. Wow. That looks like an amazing video. Wow, that was beautiful. Ditto, 31 seconds. Um, Saloon. Salon. All right, here's 10 seconds.
Oh, all right.
I think we got it. There's a life ring for some reason.
Yeah, it is the most Western thing I've seen so far. So oh, it came with audio.
Oh, really? Okay, cool. The Rattlesnake Saloon.
I am set up and ready to go when you are.
Apply. Okay, and all right, sir. I'm good to go.
Composer Dome in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Composer.
Composer Dome.
Sorry. I got a problem.
The timer is paused.
Oh man.
What happened?
Is the audio in your video? Because I can't seem to get rid of it, even though I didn't extract it when I pulled it in.
Just take that blue bar that shows up on in Logic and delete it. It you should have another track that showed up with a blue audio file, like 553062 thing.
I do not see that.
Huh, maybe it didn't here, I will share real quick. So mine, it showed up as an audio file right here, and I just
N-
deleted it out of the
No,
project.
mine. Did you pull in the audio from the file?
I pulled in both the video and the audio, and then I deleted the audio.
Okay, let me try that real quick because I
Sure, sure.
thought I thought if I selected don't extract the audio, it wouldn't. But then it seemed to just put the audio in the video.
Huh. Yeah, I just re-import that then.
Okay, cool. We're good. Sorry about that. Yep, I didn't know how to deal with that. So,
All
oh
right.
man, I forgot to pause my timer.
Oh, you can't wait, you can't see the Zoom timer anymore? Oh, wait, that's right. That's just for the stream, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm running my
So we're at 8:59.
Okay, so nine. I'll just set for 9 minutes real quick.
Sure,
Sorry, one
bam.
second. Okay, ready to go in. Five, four, three, two, one. Composer.
Resume. Woo! Alrighty. Let me stop this timer here. Shabam. Okay, how'd it go?
Well, how'd it go, partner? Went well.
Well, okay. That's good to hear. Good to
Yeah.
hear.
I
Um,
had a little bit of practice with Silver Rush though, so I kind of knew the direction I wanted to go as far as the scale. Like I kind of knew what scale I
dun,
wanted, but
dun, 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 dun. Did you just do Silver Rush 2.0
no,
right now? Is
no,
that
it sounds really different, but I
okay? Okay.
knew I knew the scale that I wanted to use because
What
it's
scale is that?
it's like a D it's like a D Dorian. So it's not quite major or minor. It goes in between them,
Very
and
interesting.
for like that's the only Western scale really.
I
You know.
did D major,
Mm.
and yeah, it ended up sounding more folkish than Western, so that's good to know. So that a mix between like a minor and major, kind of that twangy, whatever that like
I think
dissonant slash.
folky is like a totally legitimate way to go, though. I think you know.
Yeah, I just figured I'm like, man, I tried the Drunken Sailor Western thing that I had that was pretty good before
Mm.
in a track a long time ago, but it sounded so Asian. I'm like, dude, this does not work at all. I don't know how I got it to work in another Western track.
Are you talking about just
Uh,
playing the black keys?
no, in Heaviosity has an instrument called like nylon pluck or something like that,
Mm.
and there's a patch in there called Drunken Sailor, and it's a
Oh,
really awesome sounding guitar that kind of sounds westernish,
okay.
but it was sounding really Asian in the D major scale, so I was like, I'm just gonna do the old school you know, the I forget what the name is already. It's like the guitar thing,
Oh,
acoustic sessions or whatever.
yeah, for native instruments.
Yeah, I just went that route.
Cool.
But yeah,
Slight hiccup at the beginning. I'd never had that happen before, so I'm not sure what was different about this video, but
yeah, that's weird. Gonna save my thing real quick. Make sure.
reminds me of Arizona.
Good old boys out on the farm.
Arizona's awesome. You should definitely go to Tombstone if you ever get the chance.
Bring a metal detector out there, man.
Yeah, we found some really cool stuff. Good to go? Too loud?
Yes, it's fine.
Okay.
I see what the scale you're talking about. It's like, yeah, that is definitely the same scale.
Mm.
Can you play it one more time? It's pretty short.
Yeah, yeah, it's real. I almost wish it was longer so I could flesh it out more, but
Right, right. Dude, I would save that as like a little template thing for what
like a main theme, main melodic theme or something. But
well, I mean, just the instruments you're using, all sound really good together. The piano that you're using usually doesn't sound that good with like ethereal crap behind it, but however this is mixed, what instruments are these?
so the my favorite part about this is untold strings. It hits that kind of raspy sound, and it sounds so Western movie, like so it has untold strings in it, and an extremely cool patch from Ashlight called Beads of Dew. Have you ever heard this? Man, it sounds
Mm-mm.
amazing. Check this out.
Damn.
And it's like melodic too. So
Whoa.
I mean, it sounds incredible, man. Like, and
I bet yeah,
if you
that's
played a full chord, yeah, it sounds amazing. I love it.
if I was messing with that, the first thing I'd do or try to do is I'd turn down the reverb completely, and then I would add the modern version of reverb, not the diffusion version of
Mm,
replica, but the modern version for the delay, the actual delay noise, because I bet a delay with that might sound
we're trying it. We're doing
even
it.
crazier.
We're
Yeah, let's
doing it.
do it.
We're doing it live.
Replica.
We're doing it
Probably
live.
turn the only thing to change would be that knob just down a little bit, the mix. Yeah, let's see what this try to play around with that.
Modern. Okay.
Yep, yep.
I mean,
It's pretty cool, man.
that would be a really good base for a down tempo track or something. You know, like.
Incredible intro patch though. Like that for an intro to a build up is it reminds me kind of like a Hans Zimmer-ish, like out of the
Hmm.
box. Boom, you got his guitarist and you just play chords and it sounds
Well, and like you can also use it like I did in this track, which is if you just hold it, it's like just this
yeah.
chug and this
Yep.
pad actually comes in slowly. So it's perfect for like atmosphere, you know, and just
Yeah,
kind of
I've never stumbled across this. It's funny
yeah.
because it's in the B's too.
Ashlight is just one of the best instruments ever made. I mean, it's just, it
I'd agree.
sounds so incredible and like it's extremely flexible, you know, like if you want to deep dive, you can do it too. But yeah, I absolutely love it.
Bang for your buck for sure. There's a thing called Pandora, and a lot of other composers use it the same way that they would use Ashlight. It's just Ashlight, you have so much more control over your parameters versus
Hmm.
a lot of the other libraries where it's more like, yeah, you have controls like EQ and reverb and all that stuff, but you don't have controls over like a sequencer built into the thing. You don't have controls
Right.
over like the
Right.
modulation of your cutoff filter only on the it's like it's amazing what you can actually get done with that instrument.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
that thing.
Um,
What else we
and
got here?
I used the 1928 free piano
Damn,
from
that thing sounds really good
Soundping.
in the mix, man. Or can you
Yeah.
yeah, just solo that thing? I mean, obviously there's like an ungodly amount of reverb, but that makes it
S-
so awesome.
It does, but it makes it really muddy. I mean, if I were actually doing this track, I would definitely EQ that or cut the reverb if possible.
But
But
but honestly, man, some of that mud is like what gives it its like soul. Unfortunately, you start stripping
oh,
away the mud and
maybe it's this scatter. Didn't we discuss this before where it
mm-hmm,
would clean
mm-hmm.
it up like a lot if we turn that off? Oh, I
Yeah,
bet
that's
that's gonna
yep.
sound so much better.
Let's see what this is.
Oh, that's gonna sound in the mix is gonna sound amazing. Like I totally forgot about this stupid scatter. I don't know why they do that, man. It sounds terrible. Well,
I actually
actually,
like it with on. Yeah.
man, yeah, shut my mouth. It does sound better in the mix with it. That's crazy. Yeah, you're right. It just sounds bigger and more dramatic, you know?
Yeah, I
Maybe,
love the bigness, but yeah, I like how it sounds so large, but there's not a lot of stuff going on. Like not a lot of loud instruments happening. It's just a lot of air and
yeah.
it sets the mood for like some intense thing. Like getting into like this is a great beginning of an action track, to be honest. Like
Mm-hmm.
getting
Like
into something.
this is the gunfight is about to start or something.
And yeah, at the end of this, a guitar. Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Cool. Yeah, man. But that one was fun.
Okay, let me just I saved this. I'm gonna switch over my audio. Blessing. Okay, share over here. Okay, good. Come on into the tavern. Okay, so we got 3 tracks here, and I'll just play this from the top. I'll play it again because it didn't register the first note. So I went way softer and nicer sounding instead of,
Nice. Yeah. It sounds great, actually. Yeah, I
just
love it.
the classic violin from Best Service and picked acoustic session
Hmm.
guitarist uh,
West.
West
West Wind.
Wind. Come on now. And then this guy is emotional cello. So emotional cello, emotional violin, and the session guitarist.
Yeah. I I
D major.
absolutely hear a narrator while that's going on, like, well, America was different in those days, something like
Before cars.
that.
Yeah, it's definitely this is a like a commercial western. This is
Yeah.
for a commercial. This is I might have to do this in the future for the like
Play,
use the session guitars for that because
can you
it's
play it again?
yeah. Yeah,
I
it's just noodling around on
I
the
think
violin
the
here.
notes are perfect except for when it goes down low. For some
Oh,
reason, that
oh,
takes me
here.
out of the Western. Yeah, 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 for some
So
reason.
so I bet I go like this and then do
Try
this again.
that.
I
The
think I got
chords
it.
are great though, especially when it, yeah.
Or maybe
Uh,
not end
what
there.
what yeah, you just need to go up. So like 4.3 go up to the what key is it in?
D major.
Yeah, try that. You can do that, I think.
So
As
this
long as
is
you
what it was. This is what we just heard.
I
So
don't
I
think
thought I thought I was gonna. So it was here, and then it stepped down to resolve on D. That's how I did have it. Here, I'll just control Z this thing. So it was like that. Like went down to C sharp and then D. Here, I'll just play it one more time.
yeah, yeah, this is interesting. I don't know. It doesn't sound like it wants to resolve there though. So like do
Yeah,
you
actually, I didn't actually have it resolving in the very very beginning. So if no resolution, and then it would loop, right?
and then hit D real fast?
Oh, here.
Just hit the key. Just hit the key. Yeah, it definitely resolves there. That's so
Yeah,
weird.
that
Maybe
that's the weird part. That's why I switched it at the end.
well, the I think it's because the chords are doing something different at that point.
So we are hitting a.
Because you see how you're on C sharp?
Oh, is that what's going on? Oh, let me hear this real quick. So D, E minor, B minor, A. So I'm resolving on A, or I'm my
Yeah, yeah.
last
So
thing's
if
A.
you
So
switched your if you switched that last chord to a D, it might resolve.
you mean A? Because it
No, no,
was.
no, no. The chord that's
Oh, I got you. So switch it in session guitar
yeah,
to.
to C actually. If you put the note at C, it should work because that's the note you start on.
So that's A sharp. A sharp here. That's it. Eek.
No,
Uh,
like, do you see how you start on a C MIDI note? I think if you just, because isn't that a D major in, Yeah. So I think
Yeah.
if you just if you make that last MIDI note a C, that should resolve on D. And I think
Oh, I thought you said resolve on C. So I
well
did
no,
C.
it is C, but it's a
Right,
C MIDI
but
note, but
do you see up here where it says C? That's the
oh
actual chord that you can hit right here, C, and
yeah,
then
but
that's
when you hit a C on the MIDI, you're hitting a D major, right?
right.
Oh, cool. Okay. All right. Yeah. That. Yeah. Sorry. That's what I meant.
Here,
The
let's see.
C MIDI node. I guess
Gotcha,
that
gotcha.
that is really confusing.
It is.
Yeah. Yeah. Just and then you'd have to change the lead so that it resolves on D. But yeah, I think that.
Right, right, exactly. So switch this note and one up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
sounds
Yeah.
right already.
Like that.
Nope, something's still going on. But I know what you're saying. I know exactly what you were saying. I think it might actually be this guy's.
Oh, gotcha. Well, to be honest, to be perfectly honest though, before we went down that rabbit hole, like your original version sounded really good. Like I wouldn't have, I wouldn't really have changed it actually. I was just curious, and that one note I guess does kind of take me out of it, but now that I heard it a bunch of times, I actually kind of liked it. So, and
Isn't that weird? Yeah, that
I
happened to
love
me
the
with
dinner that you did. That's just a really nice like
lick or something.
yeah lick yeah.
Violin lick, I guess
That
you'd
was
call it.
cool. That was good, man. I like it. I like the
Oh
vibe of
yeah.
it too.
Uh, let's open up something insane. Um, I'm gonna see if this is it. And if it's not, well, we could just end it. But I was working on some just really weird stuff, and oh man, yeah. Here's another thing, right? So talking about clipping, this is why I wanted to show this track. So
Okay.
this track is basically an experimentation of clipping to the nth degree. Oh, what's happening here? Let's drag that over here. Okay, so I'm gonna have to turn down this like crazy. I'm gonna actually turn this down like all the way and play this a little bit. I guess maybe it's not that bad. It's a little bit of a. So I was in the middle of obviously messing with that track, but I was playing with OTT on some of these instruments. I just wanted to show you the difference of timbre real
Mhm.
quick between having no OTT and having some OTT. So this one instrument up here is simply a track 01 that I completely customized, changed the everything, the bass, even messed around with the filter. One
Mhm.
more thing, just a great tip, took me forever to figure out for the filter here, this filter part, if you double click the hertz, that's the only way you can get to it. But that opens up your cutoff
Oh
automation
wow.
lane. So you have to double click these things, and each one of these you can
That's
have in a lane. And when I realized that, I go, "Oh yes, finally I
I
have."
mean that's cool, but that's really unintuitive.
It is very unintuitive, but once you realize what's capable of it, you can just either kill the cutoff automation so it doesn't, screw with your track, or you can add it to enhance it. But
Right.
so I'm gonna solo this sound, uh, and I'll play it from like here because so to me, this sounds awesome. Now, when you hear this, tell me what you hear wrong with this, or that doesn't sound good to you, or what you do like about it. Just that one noise that you were hearing right there, that little rhythm.
Um, play it again.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean it's got some distortion. It's got some digital distortion, I think. And that could be a intentional thing or yeah.
So without OTT, it sounds like this. And then with OTT, it sounds like. So
Eh,
the idea of this is it's completely different timbres, like
Yeah,
100%, but they each have their own flavor of something that
y
you might want to use.
I think
It's
the
like
one you like has the resonance added. I think it's like a resonance that's added to it.
it's a resonance, and it's almost like a nasally it's
Yeah.
almost like a higher cutoff filter, and then once it and you could use automation to take that cutoff filter and drag it down. But one of the craziest parts about this whole thing is turning it to 130,
Hmm.
and then check out this sounds like. just just a weird track
Wow.
messing around with,
Yeah, no, that is really cool, man. That is a very cool combination of sounds. It's very cinematic, you know, like I'm definitely seeing like a space gunfight or something.
Yeah, it's whatever it is. I don't know if I'll ever use it for anything, but it's something. And the other thing is a quick like this was the more normal human trackage. And tell me if you get a run or anything.
No, no, cool.
Okay, cool. Just this is like I could see this being used for a render eventually if we ever, you know, do that. Uh let's see, let me just play it. So
Oh,
just
cool.
these three were the main.
Yeah, it's great
Uh,
synth, man. I love that synth. What is that?
uh, all of these are best service. Eduardo Terralante thing. I'm
Wow,
pretty
those sound
sure.
really cool.
Well, actually,
I
no. This is Sequus right here. Which synth that you were talking about though?
I don't know the big one. It's like some big dramatic.
This guy.
Yeah, that's cool. That is really cool. I like that.
That is vocal codex. Called Adventuring from Eduardo. It's kind of like a pad type of dealing.
Yeah, it's a great sound. I love it.
But some of those things in the background, it's so cool to have that just playing with the sequence percussion and then just playing with flutes on top of it.
Sure.
I was trying to, all these flute stuff was by hand. I was trying to get all those little key switches and articulations to actually line up. So, like this MIDI note, for instance, is just a trigger for an articulation. And it's not actually a note in the sequence.
Ah, oh,
Same
interesting.
thing with these down here. But
Yeah, you've
uh,
always been good at doing like deep dives into the instrument. I never do that. I was gonna comment
yeah, I
on
love that shit.
you had the kind of lap violin, the Chinese instrument. I think it's called an erhu, but
Yeah, it did have the exact name of the instrument. It was just under the Asian VST,
is that
uh,
from
on.
is that Native Instruments?
Yeah, that's all from the. I think it's Asian Toolkit or
East
something.
Asian or
East
something like
Asia,
that? Yeah.
right, right.
Cool. Yeah,
They
yeah.
have a lot
That
of cool
sounds good.
stuff, but you got to make sure to be in the right key and stuff. And You'll be
Yeah,
good.
the keys with those are tricky. That has burned me bad in the past. Like,
Even in that track I just heard right there, I'm like, oh shit, I hear those flutes are hitting wrong scales. I'm like, maybe I was messing around before I left with it, but that's what happens when you don't finish tracks. All right, man. So did you have anything else, or shall we?
I think no, I think I'm good. I think I'm good, man. Good session though. That was a lot of fun.
Hell yeah, man. And so next week, get episode 13 going. I think I'm
We
pretty
hit it
sure.
again, man. That's what we do.
Episode 13, lucky 13. All right, brother. To the future.
To the future. Have a great week.